What's up, guys? HOTSHOTFRONTIER back at it again with another video. And in this video, guys, we're gonna be talking about cards that you should buy before it's too late. And of course, we're gonna start off with the Powersink stone. Now, this is a trap card that is really broken, and it was featured in a top 32 live deck profile for the World Championships of all places. This card is great. If you guys don't know what this card does, pretty much every time a monster effect is activated, it gains 1 spell counter, max 2. And of course, when it reaches the max 2, you can go ahead and turn off all monster effects on the field. They are negated, which is great until the end phase where the spell counters are actually removed, and then you go back to 0. Now, this card is great for multiple reasons, because if you're playing it in a trap-based deck, you don't care much about your monster effects, you care more about your back row and controlling the field. Plus, on your opponent's turn, you can activate effects, monster effects, to get to that 2 limit. And once that hits that limit, all effects are turned off. Now, personally, this is great because it only had the 1 premium from Star Strike Blast until we got the Fire Kings version not too long ago, and now it only has 2 copies. Something you guys should definitely go ahead and pick up sooner rather than later, because once this hits, a lot of people's radar, this card's gonna go up in price, and I definitely want to give you guys the jump on this before it's too late. Now, I would actually put this in my Eldlich deck profile. Definitely go ahead and check that out, because I put that on the channel recently. You guys seem to really like it, but yeah, seriously, this card is broken. Definitely pick it up. Moving on, we have Power Filter. This card was originally good against something like Pearly, but it's actually really good against something like Yugioh, the top deck of the format. So it's something that you guys do want to try to pick up, 2 or 3 copies before that is too late, because I don't see them repeating this again for a long time. Now, we do have Psychic Processor. Now, this card is very interesting, right? It's from Phantom Nightmare. And I actually have been looking around and seeing that, a lot of people have been thinking of having this on field and going to something like Yugioh, or, some type of like Floodgate on Floodgate summon monster. And I think that would be pretty good. I mean, it would be good against trap-based strategies, right? Summoning Yugioh out. It has a lot of applications. Now, the thing is that Phantom Nightmare, it came out this year, right? I believe it was February. So it's not getting a reprint until next year. So if that's something that you guys do want to jump on it now, because it's only maybe about $1, 2 or 3, and then the Core Center Secret Rare is about 25 bucks. If you do see something, with it in the future, I would go ahead and just grab that Core Center Secret Rare. That's actually pretty cheap. But again, that is up to you guys if you do see a future for this card. Now, we do have this Silhouhatte Rabbit, now the link to from, of course, Infinite Forbidden, and this card has been going crazy recently. It used to be around 10, 12 bucks. Then it went up to 15, 18, 20. It's been seeing a lot more play. You guys already know the history of Link 2s and Yu-Gi-Oh! Absolutely broken, and this is no exception. I think that if you try to grab one cheaper while you have the chance, go ahead and do so. Hopefully, the price will cool off, but at the same time, I don't want to risk it. I think you should just try to find a somewhat cheaper copy, 17, 18 bucks, and just pick it up just so you're good. Moving on, right? Now, we do have the Mirror Mage of the Ice Barrier, now, of course, from the Terminal Revenge set, but this is a great card, especially if you're playing Ice Barrier Spright, right? So it's level 2, it's perfect, it's Ice Barrier, it helps that archetype. I think that it is going up in price, and you should really just go ahead and grab 2 or 3 copies, just so you're settled if you are planning to play either Ice Barrier or Ice Barrier with Spright. That's something that I kind of just want to put on your radar, guys. But moving on, we do have the High Speed Roid Cork Shooter. Personally, I never thought that we would get further Speed Roid support, plus the fact that this card would go crazy in price. I think I might have 2 copies somewhere. I have to find it personally, but it only used to be like $1 or 2. That's why I'm just so surprised that it actually ended up being so high. But I mean, if you really think about it, when this card came out, like the new support around that time for LED 8, this card was actually insanely good for the strategy. So personally, it's not surprising, but at the same time, I'm just like, wow, okay. Anyway, though, you should try to just wait on this, because of course it comes out in Supreme Darkness, I believe. Now, that's still a ways to go. That's like OCG. We haven't even gotten announced in TCG yet. So you may just want to wait right now, wait until it goes very low, and then pick it up before we get any TCG announcements of the set, because that will, of course, skyrocket it, back up. So just something to note, though, that Speed Roids are getting new support in the near future. Next up, we do have the Crystal Clear Wing Synchro Dragon. Same thing with the High Speed Cork Shooter. Now, we did get a new Crystal monster. I believe it's level 12, but something I did want to note too is that this card has been going up for a long time. even that ghost rare, right? It used to be around like 19 bucks. Now it's like around 35, 36 bucks. But it's just, this card is a really good like Crimson Dragon target as well. You know, if you want to use that in the meantime, you can definitely do so. But I kind of just wanted to bring it out, you know, point it out to you guys of how much it's going up. And if you do have it, it's something that you're not using, you can go ahead and just flip it as well. So something to note. Next up, we do have Runic tip, because of course the tip is that Runic is one of the best decks this format. And of course, I told you guys before, but only 2 printings. I remember when only had the 1 printing and that card was like 30 plus. So definitely go ahead and pick this card up before it is too late. It's the main Runic card you need, a 3 of, right? It's the Searcher. It helps, you know, mill your opponent's deck just by a little bit, but hey, every little bit counts. So something to kind of, of course, go ahead and put on your radar to pick up before it is too late. Next up, second to last, we have Memento. So, of course, as you guys know, it is one of the predicted best decks of the format. Plus, it is getting support and Rage of the Abyss. So, of course, like I said, the Bone Party and the Anguish are the most expensive cards. But if you're just like, all right, whatever, I'll just go ahead and pick them up. Everything else is relatively cheaper. So go ahead and just grab this stuff now, because once the new support comes out and the deck really becomes like broken, it's going to be way too late to even pick up these cards. So again, just so you know, if you're going to be playing the deck. And finally, we do have Sprind, a card that is really good for, of course, Spright itself. I mean, a long time ago, it was good in tier limits as well. Now, I want to point it out because it did get the reprint, and, you know, the reprint will go up in price eventually, right? Because the original had been about, it was about like 15, 16 bucks, and you definitely need to play at least 2 or 3 copies inside the deck itself. That's something just to note. Again, I don't know when they would actually reprint it again, so I wanted to go ahead and just let you guys know before it is too late. But guys, that's it for the video for today. If you guys liked the video, make sure to give it a huge like. Comment down below your thoughts. Did I miss out on any cards? And how do you feel about the cards that I did pick? And guys, if you're not subscribed to the channel, what are you doing? Go ahead and hit that subscribe button and turn the notification bell on to be updated the moment I upload new videos. All right, guys, that's it for me. Hopefully you have a good rest of your day or night, and I will catch you in the next video. Peace.